Hello. For today's Writing for Wellness exercise, we're going to be having a look at our Wellbeing Toolkits and what's in them. And you're probably thinking, what's a Wellbeing Toolkit? If you don't know, a Wellbeing Toolkit is a toolkit that you can access based around your individual needs. So this can contain things like medication and therapy, but it can also contain things that we don't think about on a day-to-day basis, like a walk or a bath or even a cup of tea. So how we'll start is I want you to think about what makes you feel better when you feel down or sad or a bit out of sorts. So if we start with the question, I'm going to write it down. What makes me feel better? And then have a 2 or 3 minutes just to write it down, and then I'll write mine down and I'll come back and have a chat. Okay, so how did you get on? What makes me feel better? Running, meeting friends, taking a bath, nature, going for a walk, cup of tea, astrology, having a nap, hugs from family, and listening to music. Now these are just a few. You may have some similar to this list, or you may have ones of your own. I wonder if you've made a connection though. I regularly do this exercise with my groups, and 9 out of 10 times the majority of things on the list are actually free. And when you start to think about that and think about that as your reality, that makes it a little bit better. So everything that I like doing on here, other than a cup of tea, because I suppose that we technically do pay for tea bags, everything else doesn't cost me any money. So have a think about this and have a think about what fits on your list. So I'd love to know what's in your Wellbeing Toolkit. If you like to write in the comments below, that'd be great. So now that we've got the things that make us feel well, I want you to think about choosing a minimum of 4 of them and maybe a maximum of 8. Because what I like to do is come up with a little acrostic poem, and I'll explain what an acrostic poem is in a minute, or a little acronym which helps me remember what keeps me well. So the ones that I'm going to choose spell out team. An acrostic poem is where you write the word that you want to form into a poem, team. So T, underneath the E, underneath that A, underneath that M. And then the first line begins with a T, so you're saying T as in cup of tea, that forms your first word and the first line of your acrostic poem. E would be earth, A would be astrology, and M would be music. Of course, you're more than able to write more than just one word. Feel free to write a whole sentence of poetry for your acrostic poem. So when I'm feeling a little bit out of sorts, which if I'm honest, I can do quite easily on a day like today, it's very dark and grey and it's been raining, it's very dismal, I'll think team, and I'll think, oh, there's lots of things that I've got accessible at my disposal which I know will make me feel better. So I wonder what yours are. Please share. Thank you. Hi, I'm Michelle Beck. I'm the founder of Writing for Wellness. If you would like to be kept up to date with the latest Writing for Wellness exercises and how it can help you, then like and subscribe. My website and social media handles are down below. If you like what I do and how I do it, then please consider donating. The donate button is also below, as I put out all this social media content for free because I wholeheartedly endorse the benefits of writing for wellness and believe that it should be available and accessible for all.